What a game last night as the Dodgers clinched their second World Series in 5 years. We've got World Series champ Dontrelle Willis with us to break it all down. We also have
200 at mine.
You know,
Y'all trying to chop mine up, man. Y'all
200 at mine.
man,
God
y'all
is
just
good all the time. Let them use you.
That's how it go when you make money in the hood. Hey, look,
I gave you.
I gotta pay taxes.
Listen, Truth, you know I love you, man. I gave you all the tidbits. You didn't want to listen.
Make sure this legit, though.
No, it's legit.
No, I got it with Paul. You don't never know.
No, Paul, my guy. Oh, my God. Yeah, Paul,
look at it in the light.
man, Paul Nickel. We got seafood tower. We gonna be at Mastro's later. That's good.
Paul Nickel Slick. So I got look. You Nickel Slick. So I need to make sure Nickel Slick.
That's crazy.
Have you ever seen a team make as many mistakes in one inning as the Yankees did in the fifth last night?
I mean, I got to be honest with you, Queen. That was catastrophic. I haven't seen anything like that at any level. Whether it's Babe Ruth, Major League, minor league, you cannot make those type of mistakes against the Dodgers at that level. Mm-hmm. You won't win a regular season ball game making those type of mistakes. And you do that, especially when you have a chance to extend the series and you know you're going up against a team that's equally talented. It's truly unfortunate. There's a stat that I saw that was really intriguing. Aaron Judge, who's supposed to be one of the best players, and I still believe he's one of the best players in all of baseball, he's played 1,958 innings in center field. Last night was his first error in center field. So to me, that tells me that the moment got really big. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes, you guys know this, you guys all both been in big moments. Sometimes guys step up and sometimes guys crumble. And at the wrong time, they crumble and they allow the team to get back into it and win it.
But look, check this out, though, D-Train. First of all, you got somebody on first. Why are you taking your eyes off? He ain't going to tag. Why are you? And on top of that, you're in between the wall and second base. You're right there. So if he tagged, you got him with no problem.
I agree with you 1,000%. But the ball was hit directly at him. He's running in and charging. And right as the ball's coming in his web, he's looking to see where the runner is just so he has a chance to backdoor him and double him off. But the bottom line is you can't trade buckets with somebody. I know I wanted to use that line with Truth. You can't trade buckets. You got to be able to get out. Right. And at that situation in that game, the Dodgers are looking for any mistake to capitalize on, and they're not giving 1, 2, but 3 huge mental mistakes to allow the Dodgers to not only score runs, but turn over the lineup once again to get their big boppers.
Which one was the most costly?
All of them. You can't make those mistakes right there. You cannot. Gerrit Cole has to get to first, bottom line, especially when he was in a situation where he got 2 big strikeouts with the bases loaded. The Dodgers are looking to try to just chip away and score. Mookie Betts gets him on the ground, and all of a sudden, he has a brain fart and doesn't get over there. And Anthony Rizzo doesn't have anybody to throw the ball. So that cost him 1 run. Aaron Judge, we talked about missing the ball. And then Volpe trying to make a heroic play instead of eating the ball, tried the sidearm, ate up Jazz Chisholm, and all of a sudden, the Dodgers are in business. And you can tell, Joy, that whole dugout, it seemed like the game was tied up before they even tied the game up because all of a sudden their energy level was like, oh, this is where they cracked.
Like they just panicked.
Yes.
Yes. But you've been in that, not that position, but you've been on the position on the mound before.
Yes.
Why did Gerrit Cole assume that Rizzo was going to walk it in?
Well, first of all, Anthony Rizzo got gold gloves. So he's thinking with a ground ball that took about 5 hops that Anthony Rizzo is going to get close enough to the bag to where he can take it himself. But you can't assume anything in this world, especially in that situation. He takes 2 hard steps, and credit to Mookie Betts, he takes 3 hard steps, and he realizes that he's passed him already. And Anthony Rizzo looks up like, man, I thought you closed the screen door. Like, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden now they stole a run. And I love that Fox covered it all so well. They scanned that whole stadium, and everyone was just so shell-shocked. They're like, what happened? The game is still 5-1, but at this point, you're like, oh, no, here we go again. And this is where they crumble, and then they get the rest of the history.
Crumble.
Hey, I was thinking about you, too, because I was hoping you was going to be able to get that payout, too.
Look, though, I'm watching the game. It's 5-0. I'm like, all right, we got this. You know, I turned on the Celtic game.
That's your first mistake.
So it's your fault.
That's your first mistake.
So it's your fault.
I turned it back as
They lost.
That's not pimping. That's not pimping. You can't assume.
But check this out, though.
That's not pimping.
The Celtics lost, too. The Celtics lost, too.
Brady was down 20, but cut it to 2 in the quarter. So I was like, hold on. Let me see what's going on.
I watched it in that Celtic game,
I was like, hold on.
You gotta get the multiple screens set up so you don't make these.
No, but it was a fun battle, Joy. It was a fun to watch. I wish the series, I had the Dodgers in 6, but I was a little tight watching. But once those mistakes happened, it was tough.
Talk to me, Soto. last game with the Yankees?
Oh, it's Chipotle. It's a wrap. He's
over.
gone. He's gone.
He's out of there.
The Mets, with their ownership, Steve Cohen, he's Mr. Moneybags. He's going to hand him a blank check and say, hey, come across here. That's why they haven't signed Pete Alonso. And then all of a sudden, now I'm hearing rumblings, insider trading that the Dodgers are in the fold. And they got long money. They money like train smoke.
We just going to shift it around and move him to right and Mookie, what you want? Where you want to go?
They'll defer some stuff, you know what I mean? And so it's going to be fun.
Easy.
So, and his comments, if you're a Yankee fan, his comments weren't helping either. He says all 32 teams need a bidder. But he knows there's only a couple of teams that can pay him the amount of money that he's worth.
But he also said he want to win, so you can't go to a team that pay you and you don't win.
Well, let me tell you something. I seen him sitting on that top steps watching the Dodgers celebrate. He's like, man, I would look good in that Dodger blue. So you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Will you go to the parade, Key?
Tomorrow?
Oh, I'm in the building.
No,
please believe I'm in the building. Rondell in the building.
Tomorrow.
I get a ring. I got to be in the building. I get a ring.
Yeah, tomorrow, I don't know exactly when it is, but tomorrow we're working.
But it's not in the morning. They usually do them in the morning.
No, it's in the morning. It's in the morning.
Yeah,
it's in the morning.
I won't.
Yeah.
Attend.
Yeah.
He'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for the Lakers.
Oh, you're going to wait for the Lakers in-season tournament banner parade.
See, y'all done started some stuff.
So look,
y'all done started some stuff. I watched the show, so don't go there. Leave him alone, 'cause I know how he feel about it. Leave him alone.
I'm not worried
he
about
almost took off his glasses.
I'm in the middle of a dynasty right now.
Yeah.
Where you rank Freddie Freeman's performance in this
Oh, my
playoff?
goodness.
In particular, the World Series.
All time.
Nightmare.
You'll talk about this for years to come. I mean, for him to overcome what he's overcome, he ties the RBI record in the World Series.
Got 12 of them.
Got 12 of them. That hasn't been done since 1960. I mean, he was really the best player all around. And there was so much talk about Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, but without Freddie Freeman doing what he did, basically on one leg, I don't think they're having a celebration tomorrow. And so he was the best player top to bottom. And we talked about this 3 days ago, Joy. I said, stop pitching to him 3 days ago.
Leave that man alone.
Leave him alone. Like, you know what I mean? And so he was truly impactful and really the leadership key. You need that leader. So every time he came up in a big spot, he came up. And when you saw Judge come up in a big spot, he didn't.
All right. One more. Aaron Judge.
Oh, man.
Does your opinion change on him? I mean,
That's a great question.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you guys.
I'll take him. They don't want him. We'll take him now.
Let's not get it. I want his autograph if he walk up in here. I'm not going to dog him. You know
One
what I
thing
mean?
about Key thinks that we can fix him.
Yeah, he's not broke.
He thinks he's one of those, like, you
I
can
mean,
fix
we
him.
saw
You can
in
fix
the
him.
I get it.
You
He
really
just needs
find out who a
some
person is
TLC.
when they get in the light.
But he's not broke.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you really find out who's who, when they get in the lights.
No, but look, man. He's not Mr. October. There's no question about it. He struggled, as you know, Trell. Last 2 years, last couple times he's been in the playoffs, he struggled.
Right.
There's no question about it. But he started to come around these last couple games. He started connecting.
I wish that the series would have went longer. Because what did I say on the show? Y'all can run that beta tape again. I said he's not locked in unless he hits that ball to opposite field. So I was wrong and I was right because that homer was the right center. It kind of scared me. It kind of scared me because I was like, uh-oh, now he's locked in.
Yeah.
If that series would have been a bit longer, maybe he would have factored. But the bottom line is, when he had chances early to put them on the back, he did not show up. You can't let Paul Pierce go 3 for 20 at the field and think you're going to win. No. I don't care who's around them. Well, you can't have one catch.
No, that's not going to happen. Somebody gonna
you get what I'm saying?
Somebody going to get cussed out.
He also doesn't do impossible scenarios. Like, he's just not even going to entertain a scenario like that.
No, Joy. When look, he got the double last night.
Right.
He hit it. It curved right at the third base, right over there. Boom, he got the double. You can tell if it would have gone longer, he was coming out of whatever he was in. He was getting ready to come out of that funk.
He made a minor adjustment. He closed himself off so he can allow the baseball to travel deep and keep his sights to right center. That's why he was able to cover that baseball and hit it. Now, the bottom line is, though, you can't make that mistake in center field when
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's like, you don't hit the ball. You struggle hitting it in the air, the cruise. You never made.
Yeah, but that.
So let me ask y'all a question then. What are y'all trying to say about him? That he's not clutch?
Ain't no
like he's not clutch. Well, he's not clutch. He's just a regular season.
No.
You know, like what do you
just going off what I see?
I'll take 6'8", 270 or 280 all day long.
If you're the best player, and Ohtani, to his credit, he didn't play it well either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think, the reason you win is because you're best players and they show up when it matters.
Sometimes
That's
your
sports.
best, sometimes
That's
no, Paul,
sports. You all know
sometimes
that.
your best players do struggle
Yeah.
in big moments.
But
that's why you need your others to step up.
Well, yeah, but the role players shouldn't be the ones who are bearing the brunt of the
It's
criticism.
a reason you make this money.
in
Yes, that's where
championship
I'm at
games.
with it.
Like,
But y'all,
yeah, like
you
you
being
can't,
too hard
you
on
can't
me,
talk
man.
about a player of that caliber not performing at the level he is, and then
Key.
you're like, well, the rest of
sir.
the line, like, no,
Joy's
the
right,
stars
though.
have to
No,
get
I
the
know.
credit.
I
Joy's
get
right.
it.
I mean, this guy put phenomenal numbers back-to-back years. 60 home runs one year, 55 home runs the next, hitting over 300. You're expecting this guy to factor, not hit 180.
Drop off. I can't
Yeah,
have
you
that.
can't
But I
have
can point to many
in the
players.
playoffs.
I can point to many players
Right.
in professional sports. The regular seasons is crazy. And when they get to the playoffs,
Yeah, I get it.
they shrink, and then all of a sudden they come out of it at some point in time to the point where you're like, oh, okay, I see now. I can point to so many of them.
I agree. I don't think what you're trying to say is he not clutch?
No, but this is
It's
where
still
this
early,
is the
though.
part. These
But we got enough
opportunities.
sample size to know that if you 6 for 48, you 6 for 58, you struggling, child.
You struggling.
That's why you got money in your pocket, because he went that bad.
I'm trying to help you, man.
I get it. I like the guy too,
He's a
but I'm keeping it
California,
real.
Northern
Let me tell
California
you
guy.
something.
I'm trying to
I had
help
an
you.
8 ERA in the playoffs. Trent, you sitting down. And you know what I said? Yes, sir.
Yeah, you was
because
messing
I'm
around with an 8.
struggling. I'm
Yeah, you had an 8. I'd have set you down,
Yeah, yeah. My mama told me she ain't picking me on the fantasy team. That's why I knew I had to retire. Do you think I'm like? My mama told me. I said, she said Adam Wainwright on the board. I said, I'm your son. That's when I retired. So I'm a very good judge of character,
Yeah.
but he still needs a little bit of time. But defensively, I'm with you though. You still got to make the routine plays, and
Man,
he didn't,
that's
and they didn't,
crucial.
and that's why they're going home. But if they're waking up today saying we blew it,
Yeah, they blew it. That ain't my fault. But look, we got 2 World Series in 5
I
years.
got a ring coming, so you know I'm gonna be on that float.
we got 2 in 5 years so far.
I got a ring this year too.
2020, people want to act like, oh, whatever,
Yeah,
2020,
I get it, I
whatever.
get it.
That's hate. Okay, that's just pure hate. In the end, are we on our way to a dynasty?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because if you factor in the times that we didn't get to the World Series, but we got the pennants and we did,
But it's Los Angeles. We're all about titles here. You know what I mean? And that's the same. You from here. So the bottom line is they're going to be healthier next year. The last time a team has led on IL days and won the World Series was 2009, and it was the Dodgers. When you have this many injuries and you're still able to win a World Series, even get to a World Series, that's not only talent, that's organizational smarts and depth, and they have all of that, Joy. They spend money like I work for the Dodgers pre and post, and I got 9 jump fits. You know what I mean? Like, they spend money over there. They spare no expense over there.
I think that's a testament of Dave Roberts.
Yes. I don't want to hear no more Dave Roberts. Where my camera at?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no more Dave Roberts slander. I'm up and down, Pico. Don't grab me about no Dave Roberts. None of that stuff here, man. This was his best year with all the adversity, especially to the pitching staff. He was pretty good this year.
But I thought when he left Trayon in,
Blake Triton in?
Yeah. I thought you should have seen my face.
I was tight, too.
I was like...
My Yeti was shaking. Man, listen, I was shaking that Yeti. I get it, too.
And he was sitting on the rail. He was shaking.
Yeah,
After he made the decision, I'm like...
I had a marble red. I smoked it down to the filter. I was shaking, too. I get it.
But he got it.
But they believe in him, though. With all those attitudes in there and all that talent and all those guys that are making millions and millions of dollars, the one common denominator is him in that locker room, and they all love him. And
Skip is the
a
man.
lot of criticism
yes.
at the end of the season.
Every day. I live in downtown.
But the 2 hardest jobs in professional baseball, we both watched them last night, the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Those are the 2 hardest managing jobs in professional baseball.
Does Aaron Boone stay? You know what I mean? There was a lot riding on this series.
You got to keep Boone.
I love Boone. He's done awesome. It's not my fault that you can't catch the ball. But sometimes there's a fall guy.
Well, yeah, but fundamentals are a
absolutely. Putting Nestor
is...
Cortez in that game 1 in that situation where he didn't play for 37 days. Yeah. There's little things that they're going to look back on. They could have did a lot better. But to me, I felt like the better team won. I felt like the better roster and guys in situations that handle adversity a little bit better, the guys that won.
Also, when you gentlemen sweep, you...
We called that, didn't we? That's why we got money in our pocket.
Yeah. But you are the better team. You're the better team if you do that.
Walker Buehler, though.
He's a dog. And the one thing, getting to know him personally.
High kick, woo.
He saved his career and really saved his career in a Dodger uniform, what he did in the postseason. When you saw him in the regular season and you saw those interviews, he had that look like, I don't know where I'm going in my career after this second Tommy John. And then all of a sudden, the velocity came back, the mound presence came back, and all of a sudden, you needed that weapon. Going to the postseason, you didn't know who was going to pitch in that rotation.
He was out there dealing, though.
And so I love that he took the ball in the back end of that bullpen. I mean, that was his bullpen day. He didn't throw a bullpen because he understood the situation that they were thin down there in the pen, and all of a sudden it plays out, and he was absolutely phenomenal. And I love that he put his arms out and said, what y'all got to say now?
Kershaw did it.
Yeah.
Kershaw did. Was it 2020? Was that the year Kershaw closed it out for us? I think
that was Urias that closed it out in 2020.
Kershaw, but Kershaw took the ball. I'm trying to think if it was the NLDS. It might have been the NLDS. He took the ball for us, though.
You need guys like that.
He took up
like that.
Yeah, and everybody was saying he was done. He took the ball and closed it out.
But this was fun. It was fun for the network. I mean, the two Titans and the two #1 seeds, but the better team won. And now it's
the network in there,
and football season. On the network, man.
On to the parade. You get your ring.
Yes, a boss.
Shine your shoes.
He's so stupid.
We're losing it. It's not even Friday.
I'm sorry, Queen. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry, Queen. It's his fault.
Thank you for joining us.
My fault.
Anytime, your family now. We appreciate it. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.